Hi, thanks for joining my channel. If you're new here, please hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button. This is the video of the movie review, Insidious. This is I think it's chapter 6, Into the Further. Okay, this is 2026. This is Insidious, the new Insidious that just was released. Thanks for joining my channel. As always, I appreciate your support as well. So I'm just gonna go over a little backstory. Insidious Out of the Further is a supernatural film released in theaters that came out August the 21st of 2026. It is directed by Jacob Chase. This is the 6th installment of the Insidious franchise. Stars Amelia Eve as Gemma, alongside with franchise veteran Lynn Shane reprising her role as Elise Rayner. Now, the plot and the overview is basically Gemma is a young mother who can travel into the further. As we know, the further is the other side of the living. So, on the other side, meaning if you're not in the living, then obviously you're in the not living. So she can travel to that part. Now she discovers she can pull entities from that realm to this realm, which is the real world. Now, demons exploit her rare gift, and they're turning the real world into what is called a playground. Okay. Franchise mainstay Lynn Shay returns as Elise Rayner. Now, you know who Elise is. She played in all the other franchises. Now, it seems to be that she's no longer here, so she's on the other side. But she's making good with what she needs to make good with helping people that needs to get back to the other side that is not supposed to be there just yet. So it seems like she's like a crusader. Now, this was released by Sony Pictures on August 21st, 2026. Yes, I want to say it that Thursday. It's produced on a modest budget, typical of Blumhouse features, which is not too much. You know, as what I could say. It's not a large budget. These movies is made not with much, you know. So also, so here it is. Gemma is her mom went through the same thing. It's like a generational curse. Now Gemma is grown, and she has a daughter as well that has the same abilities of going into the further. And basically it's like they run into an entity. Basically before he passed, he ran some type of cult, and it was like I would say something like a Jim Jones type of cult, like all the cult people's here. So basically he passed away, he goes into the further, and then he promised all these other entities that has went to the further on the side that he can bring them back to the real world. So he makes this promise, and then by him making this promise, he's going to do this through Gemma. You know, lo and behold, if he can't get a hold of Gemma, he'll get a hold of her young daughter, who possesses the same abilities as her. So this is what they're trying to do. Gemma, she's a dentist at this point. She has moved on with her life. She's a dentist. She's taking care of people's teeth, things of that nature. These entities, so they had like 3 entities like possessing bodies in the house next door from them, watching them, you know, watching her every move. Basically, he gets an appointment. One of them gets an appointment at the dentist place, which was strange, but I mean, I guess it's possible. You know what I'm saying? So he gets an appointment where she does her hygienist dental, you know, where she works at. So lo and behold, she's the dentist that's going to care for his mouth. And this part was completely disgusting. I mean, this man's mouth was, Oh my God, it was so disgusting. And one thing about the dentist is I'm scared and I cringe when I have to go to the dentist, especially to get deep cleanings, because it's really painful when they have to go really deep. But this man's mouth was so disgusting. Oh my God, it was unbelievable. But lo and behold, he's part of this. He's basically a demon, and he's trying to get to her, basically. So they get her in there, and basically he sends her into the further, which is where she can go. And things, I'm not going to tell everything, but things get very, very creepy, very scary for her. Basically, she comes back, and she's like, oh Lord, it's something really going on strange here. And then so she tries to go and get help. No, in that part she runs into Elise, and she's on the other side. But Elise helps her to get actually back into her body, and get her out of there and get her back to this side. But Elise told her something about how she can find her. And somehow she gets up with a tattoo artist, and she goes and sees this tattoo artist, and somehow the tattoo artist is working with Elise on the other side. So they help her to basically go back into the further, to close some doors, some red door or something. It's a lot, but it's basically, this movie takes a turn for. This is the best one that I've seen so far. As far as the scaries and the jumps, it was a whole bunch of them in there. Especially the one part where the daughter, had the couch up, and they play it as like some type of fort tent, and you can go in there like a little maze or whatever. You know how kids make a fort with the furniture. So she goes in there, and all the time she's into the further, but she didn't know it, but she was into the further. So she goes in there thinking her daughter is in here. She goes in there, going through the maze and everything, and things get really, really spooky. It gets really weird. It starts closing in on her to the point where she almost couldn't get out of there. It was just very scary. But all the time they was playing with the daughter too, because the daughter, remind you, the daughter has the same abilities as the mom does, so, as Jenna. So and come to find out, and her mom had the same situation going on as well. So it was like she watched her mom go through it, and then her daughter watched her go through it, and it was just like a whole generational thing where this demon is trying to bring his other friends that he promised to this world to make it a playground, basically, to terrorize us humans. But this movie is real. It's real. Spiritual. You have to be spiritual if in order to believe any of this stuff. But yeah, Jacob didn't make it for no reason. He got it from somewhere. These writers, when they write stuff like this, they have been through it, or they didn't seen some stuff like that. And come to find out that the writer, he has made real haunted houses, like real life. He's been a part of making real haunted houses where you actually go through and walk through for the Halloween season. So that's a lot. But go ahead and check this movie out. I rate it as a 9. From a 1 to 10, I give it a 9. It was very scary. It had a lot of scary jumping parts. If your stomach is weak, I would advise not going to watch it due to the dentist part. Because that's just a part of life where everybody's afraid of. The dentist is not a joke. But yeah, I give it a 9. Make sure you go and see it. Thanks for watching my review. This is Carmela, and make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And this has been the movie review of Insidious Into the Further. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day, and bye for now. Peace.